100 years, a violent eruption is underway in the Puna district on the island of Hawaii, about 200 miles over water from Waikiki Beach and the Honolulu area on Oahu. This eruption touched the lives of 1,000 people, destroying homes and valuable lands, yet there were no deaths. The mighty lava fountains and rivers have erupted on the East Rift Zone of Mauna Loa, a mountain that is the greatest single accumulation of lava on Earth, over 10,000 cubic miles in all, built up by countless eruptions down through the centuries. A rare sight as a volcano erupts in the backyard of a home with devastating results. Lava boulders as large as a house are carried along on the crest of the river. These are formed by large sections of crater rims breaking off, or maybe a portion of a lava river bank, which has been undermined. Hawaii's volcanoes have a fascination for all. It is quite true that the natives and tourists alike run to and not from the eruptions. Yet, they all have a deep respect for the fire goddess Pele, who, according to legend, is responsible for the volcanic activities, for they will occur whenever she returns to one of her many homes on the slopes of Mauna Loa. The lava rivers that flow over the land cause most of the damage. They may move swiftly, or they may just inch along, but nothing can stop their forward march. This once beautiful palm grove is doomed to a fiery death. The soft rustling of the trade winds through the palm fronds has forever been stilled by the incinerating power of the lava flow. Each tree dies with majestic grace. This eruption continued for 88 days. One of the lava rivers soon reached the ocean and formed a fire fall. The molten lava, tumbling over the cliff, drops into the ocean, and great explosions occur. This is visual evidence of how the islands were formed, for as the lava cools, it now becomes a part of the land, slowly adding more and more shoreline. Five years have passed, and now on November 14th, 1959, another great eruption started. As viewed from the air at its start, at least 7 different crater mouths were spewing forth lava in fiery fountains. This time it occurred in the great caldera of Kilauea, high up on the slopes of Mauna Loa. Once again, Pele had returned dramatically to another of her many homes. Daring and resourceful cameramen descended into the crater area, proceeding across the newly formed lava lake, which had crusted over, to photograph these fantastic scenes.
What's up? Happy Night Starter. You ready for this theme? Wednesday night.
In the moonlight, looking up on the stars above, feels so good when I'm near you, holding hands and we're making love, oh baby, yeah, oh baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, oh, baby. Sandy beach and was making love as the tide moves in on us. Feels so good walking side by side. Wanna be with you all my life, oh baby. You're so baby. Oh baby. You're so baby. Dreams of you all the time. Feels so good when we're together, love. Just can't wait till tomorrow night. Hey baby, let's shake it. Oh, hey baby. Hey baby. Yes, so baby. You're so baby. We're around in the moonlight, looking up on the stars above. Feels so good when I'm near you, holding hands and we're making love, oh baby. You're so baby. You're so baby. You're so baby.
This is a bootleg karaoke backing track. That's why it sounds like shit.
Sandy beach and was making love as the tide moves in on us. Feels so good walking side by side. Wanna be with you all my life, oh baby. You're so baby.
That was Donnie and Joe Emerson coming at you with Baby. Does that give you guys any clues on what tonight's theme is? Welcome to Night Starter, first of all. I waited all week for this. Worked on the show. It's Wednesday night Starter. So a week has happened, everybody. Does anybody know the theme? I'm so excited to tell you the theme. I had my clues again. I've been told by jazz, blues, funk, soul that my clues are too hard. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about that. But I'm not. Because it's fun to throw you. No. Okay. Tonight's theme of Night Starter is... Let's go through the clues first. First clue, as of last night, was a dirty sock. The second clue was a magnifying glass in an eyeball looking for something. The third clue was the TV show Lost. And the fourth clue, what was my fourth clue? What was my fourth clue? Oh, a map. It was a map. Tonight's theme is drum roll. I feel like I need some special music for my theme announcement. What's this one? Ooh, that's a good theme announcement. No, I like mine. Okay, tonight's theme is drum roll. Wait, drum roll. Oh, that sounds bad. Tonight's theme is Lost and Found. So the music of tonight's show on Night Starter, after the clues all the last 2 days, is Lost and Found. So what I did was, oops, dropped my, I have note cards now, you guys. Lost and Found, this is what Lost and Found means to me. Tonight we're gonna focus on some incredible artists that maybe had a little spotlight early on and then faded away for years, only to be found again and unearthed and rediscovered much later in their lives. Maybe it was after some of them have passed away. Either way, thanks to a record collector or a chance opportunity or a little twinkle of fate, those artists were found again. And different reasons, different ways, but boy, am I glad that those artists are back in my ears and that they were rediscovered. So that's tonight's theme. I'm gonna put it in the chat right now so everybody knows tonight's theme is Lost and Found. Oops, I'm trying to type and say it at the time. So the last artist, I can't do two things at the same time. So the last artist that you heard were two brothers by the names of Donnie and Joe Emerson, and that song you heard was called Baby. And I have a few little facts about that. So I love that song. By the way, that was a bootleg. There's a weird snapping sound. That was a bootleg YouTube, so that's why it sounded so weird and off. It's still like a pretty, like not a very popular song, but it's such a great song. So here's a little bit about Donnie and Joe Emerson. Donnie and Joe Emerson were two brothers that lived on a 1,600-acre farm in rural England in the late 1970s. And their dad put $100,000 into building them a studio so that they could further get into writing and recording music. He really wanted to encourage them to make music, so that's just what they did. They called the studio the practice place, and there they self-produced and self-released an album called Dreaming Wild. That came out in 1979 and had no success. No, they didn't know how to put out the record on their own. It didn't get anywhere. And nothing happened to it. Nothing happened to these guys and their album that they made until 2008, when a record collector by the name of Jack Fleischer discovered the record in an antique shop in Spokane, Washington. Fleischer was so excited about the record and the song Baby, which you heard me sing, that he spread the word about it, and word got around, and there was an underground buzz about these brothers, Donnie and Joe Emerson, from the late 70s, who had recorded this record in their home recording studio in England. Ariel Pink and Ariel Pink's Haunted Graffiti got a hold of the song and covered it, and the song kind of blew up, and this was, back in 2012. And then Light in the Attic Records put out the record, and it just kind of got into everyone's lives. It was like licensed places. I think I heard it around that time and was just like, what is this song? And while they had that studio, they happened to record 70 songs. So they had enough music that in 2014 they put out a second album of all the other songs they released called Still Dreamin' Wild. So that's Donnie and Joe Emerson, and that was the song I started the show with, called Baby. So So yeah, the theme is Lost and Found. Sorry about this little snapping sound. It's something with the latency in the Wi-Fi that I don't know what to do about. Just think of it's me and popcorn tonight. Hey, someone new in the chat. What's up? I'm trying to learn how to send things like emotes to you guys and stuff. Welcome, Ghost. Hi. First time in the chat. So, with that, with the theme being Lost and Found, artists that disappeared or never were found and then were found later in their careers. The next artist I'm gonna do, I'm so excited about him. I've sang his song many of times, but I love his music so much. Is Durando. Oh, he's the best. And I've got some special treats regarding Durando. Do you want the facts now or after the song? I will tell you that Durando was born in Berkeley, and he started at a young age, and he recorded this song that I'm gonna sing. It was on the first record he did in a studio with Al Tanner, and he recorded 3 albums between 1972 and 1974 before he disappeared again. We'll get into that and what happened. But right now, next song is Durando with my favorite song, one of my favorite songs of all time, Durando with Didn't I? Welcome to Night Starter, the Lost and Found episode.
Didn't I treat you right now? Didn't I? Didn't I do the best I could? Didn't I? Didn't I give you everything? Didn't I tried the best just to be a man. Didn't I do it, baby? Didn't I do it right? Why you wanna leave me, baby? Didn't I treat you right? Why lemon ring? Everything that a woman could need. I bought your cars, clothes, a home. When things were rough for me, I kept on, and I am back again. Didn't There's something wrong with you. Tell me. Bring all your troubles still. You look so bad. You should be glad. You're leading man. Always be glad. Sit by home and let me kiss your loving lips. Didn't I do it, baby? Didn't I do it right? Why you wanna leave me, baby? Didn't I do it right? Under me that you want me. What is it that I've done to make me? Do-do-do-do.
That was Toronto with Didn't I? And tonight is the Lost and Found episode of Night Starter. I just realized I can't find my YouTube chitter chatters on here tonight. I don't know if I logged in right. I'm gonna try to see if I can see you guys through some other place. So many things. Oh my gosh, technology hurts my head. Here we go. Let me see if I can see you guys. So yeah, tonight is Wednesday night Night Starter. It is the Lost and Found episode. Okay, there's some of you guys. I can't see the chat. Oh, there's my chat. Hi. Oh, there you guys are. Okay, for some reason I can't. Oh, here you are. Okay, I just didn't have it set up right. Oh, weird. I can see myself and I'm in the future right now. I'm gonna close that now that I know that it's working. Okay. So yeah, there, okay. I was like, I felt lost for a second. Anyways, Wednesday night Night Starter. What's up, everybody? I see Rats Chuko and Dylan, and I have my Twitch friends too. Next week, I'm gonna find a way to combine your chats on the screen so you can all see each other, because half of you guys are on YouTube and half of you are on Twitch. Yeah, so as I was saying, with the hints that I sent you, tonight is the Lost and Found episode. So it's about lost gems that were redug up, remined, and refound. And I mean, there's so many of these, but I went through and picked a few that I thought that I was excited about. So I just did Durando for you, and I have a few special Durando facts. So Durando, he was raised in Berkeley, and he wound up in the studio in the early 70s and recorded 3 records with this jazz pianist he met, Al Tanner. And he ended up, one of those was, the first song was I Want Your Love So Bad, what you just heard me do. And Durando was also, he was the opening act for James Brown in the early 70s and was always known to wear a fur coat. He wore snakeskin boots and he drove around a white Rolls Royce. And rumors were that he was a pimp. I'm not sure if this was ever confirmed. I don't know if he ever said, yeah, I was a pimp. But Durando, like, if you look him up online, you'll see him in that white fur coat, the white Rolls Royce, and the snakeskin boots. So he ended up stepping away from music in the late 70s because he got into a financial dispute with Ray Dobard and Music City, which was his music label that put out these records. So that was it, like, done. He didn't, like, a lot of the times with, like, record labels, especially then, like, labels have so much, they're basically, like, some of them have had so much power over artists in this time. They had the money to put your record out that you put your life into, or just be, like, dangle it over you. And it's called shelving an artist, and it happens, I mean, it happens all the time. Whenever you think of an artist, like, that maybe they had a hit, and then you're like, whatever happened to that artist? Chances are they got shelved by their label, and that means that you're, like, tied up in contracts and you can't put out any other music unless it's by them. It's insane. So pretty much that's what happened with him, and so he stopped doing music altogether, and he got work doing, like, odd jobs. And also Durando, this made my day, he hosted a late night cable access TV show called Durando's Penthouse. Eventually he left the United States and went overseas and lived to deal with a little snowflake problem. And he came back and then became a speech therapist, a speech pathologist, and a physical therapist. I have a video of Durando for Durando's Penthouse. I'm gonna play that for you really quick. But I will say that in 2005, here comes another record collector saving the day. You guys saved the day. This is why we need record collectors and we need record stores and small business. This record collector, Justin Torres, stumbled upon Durando's music in 2005, and he drove around, he drove around North California until he tracked down Durando, and he played him his songs that he hadn't heard in 30 years, played him on a record player, and through that, Justin Torres helped him get signed to Ubiquity Records, and then Giles Peterson, who hosts a huge radio show in the BBC, played him on his show. And from there, Durando wound up on Breaking Bad, getting all kinds of placements, and like this all happened in like the last 15, 20 years. And yeah, Durando's amazing. It's such a cool story to learn about him. And I have right now video from Durando's penthouse. We're gonna take a little break and we're gonna go to Durando's penthouse right now. Happy to share this moment with you guys. So this was the cable access that he did in the 1980s before he went overseas.
Toast, everybody. Oh, greetings, my friends. We're toasting just being here, enjoying life, as you should be doing at the penthouse. Sit back and relax as these two lovely, beautiful, charming young ladies are doing with Durando. Don't you wish you was here with me? I know you done worked hard all day long, fellas. I have pity on you. But what can I say? What can I do? I'm just a charming fella. I'm class and debonair. But I'm here with these two lovely, charming, beautiful young ladies. But you know, we have some dynamite videos for you. And I'm going to bring to you Anna Ross at her best, because we love her in her darling dress. You know, the ones with all the diamonds and pearls in it, because that's what I stand for, because you know my name is D, Dynamite D, Durando. That is French caviar, champagne, I love it, I love it. Come to where there is excitement. Come to where there is enchantment. Come with Durando. A toast.
That was amazing. I found a couple other Durando's Penthouse videos. They're on YouTube. That's what we need more of. I want to go to Durando's Penthouse. I know, Jazz Blues, I saw that. I was like, Durando is my hero. Yeah. Okay. So far we've done Donnie and Joe Emerson with Baby on the Lost and Found episode of Night Starter. And now we just did Durando. So next, who I have featured on Night Starter tonight, a little group out of Columbus, Ohio. They only have one song, but you're gonna get that one song. I'm gonna sing it tonight. That group is Penny and the Quarters with the beautiful Lost Soul song, You and Me. And we'll talk more about them on this break, but coming up is Penny and the Quarters and the song You and Me. And yeah, there wasn't too much information about this, but the information I did find was really special. So, here we go.
If your love is so more than fame and gold, and that Sophie's the same about you, it's a natural fact, there's no turning back. And here's some advice to you. You gotta say, oh, baby, but hey, 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 my, 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 my. Baby, but you and me. When love is real, you don't have to show it. When it is true, and everyone will know. 'Cause there'll be no you and you. Nobody, baby, but you and me. Hey, hey, hey. Oh. Nobody, baby, but you and me. You and me, baby. That was Penny in the Quarters with You and Me on the Lost and Found episode of Night Starter. So nice to see you guys here. I waited all week for this. What's up, Booey Aguilar's here. Cosmic Taco's here. Coochie's here. Dylan, Content Consumer, Rats Chuko. What's up? I think is my dad here tonight? My dad and mom, Wiki Dawn and Wendy. There they are. Hey, thanks, Dad. My dad just sent me $20. Thank you, and thank you, Kyle Novak. I'm trying to learn how to send you guys like little things. Once I get fancier with streaming, it's a show at a time. I'm adding something different to the show every Wednesday until I've got a really fancy variety show for you. Yeah, it is a great song, right? That was Penny in the Quarters, and I'm gonna tell you about this really cool story of Penny in the Quarters. So they were a lost soul band from Columbus, Ohio, and Nancy Coulter, she's now Nanny Coulter Sharp, her and her three brothers, Johnny, Donald, and William, were teenagers in the area, and they were invited to Harmonic Sound Studios to record sometime between 1970 and 1975 at the studio or the home of this guy, Clem Price. Nothing ever happened to the songs. Like, I couldn't tell you how many songs, me growing up, like, I remember I met a guy, I used to work at Bennigan's, I was a hostess, and this guy took me under his wing. I sang for him at the hostess stand, and he took me under his wing, and he gave me cassette tapes of Otis Redding and Muddy Waters and different stuff, and he took me to blues festivals around Florida, and he got me up on stage. And I don't know whatever happened to him. I don't even know if I recorded a song, but I have songs that I don't know where they went. So anyways, this is about Penny in the Quarters. It's not about me. But, oh, thanks, Danny, for putting all this. They have a 3-track EP? Thank you. So what happened is these songs disappeared. They never came out, nothing, until, I have an until in every one of these Lost and Found stories tonight, until a collection of tapes and acetate records were purchased at the estate sale of Clem Price in 2006. And one of the found songs on those acetate tapes and records was You and Me. And Numero Group released it on a mix, which was then later heard by the actor Ryan Gosling, who was working on a movie called Blue Valentine. And he heard the song, and he went to the director and was like, I think this song would be really great placed as the main song, because I haven't actually seen the movie. I need to watch it. I need to do my research. But he said, I think this song
is the song that is going to be the song that brings these two characters together. So the director put it in the movie, and sure enough, the song blew up. The movie did really well, and the song blew up within the movie. Man, it's so important when a song is placed into context properly in the right way. It can make a movie, it can make a moment. Like, music is so powerful for that reason. So anyways, it catapulted them. Still though, nobody knew anything who Penny really was. It was just this penny in the quarters. Nobody knew that it was this lady, Nancy, and her brothers. So this is what I found really interesting about this story. So Numero Group was looking for whoever the singer was because all the royalties were growing, but they didn't know who Penny and the Quarters were. And this girl, Jema, who actually was Nancy, Penny, her daughter, her name was Jema, she was living abroad studying, and she was out at dinner with a friend in Italy. And her friend started talking about the movie Blue Valentine and this mysterious song and the whole story about this lost song. And this girl, Jema, was like, that's funny, my mom lived in Ohio and was in a singing group. And so she had a weird hunch, and she called her mom, talked to her mom on the phone, and was telling her about this song. And her mom's like, let me hear the song or whatever. And she looks it up. Turns out that Jema's mom, Nancy Coulter Sharp, was indeed Penny in the Quarters. And lo and behold, like, they were able to like find out about the kids. There was another boy that had sang with the group. His name was I have it written down. His name was Jason, and he actually wrote the song. He had passed away, but they were able to prove that he wrote the song. Just like so much cool stuff. So that's Penny in the Quarters with the song You and Me. And yeah. And this is Lost and Found. I still have a few more Lost and Found artists, so stick with me. I'm gonna go to a break. Can I sculpt hot dogs? We're gonna do that on Arts and Craft episode, Dad. Oh, I do have to show you guys something though. I'll show it to you after this commercial break. All right, we're going to our first commercial break, and I'll see you really, really soon here on Night Starter. Oops, I gotta get my commercial. I feel so nervous tonight. Okay, I'll be right back from this break. We'll be back with the news of the year. We'll be back with tonight's news of the weird after this commercial.
Hey there! What's wrong, Chuck? Our Chevy dealership is being invaded by Ford Escorts. But Chuck, call the police! Call the exterminator! Chuck, these people are trading in their Escorts for Chevy Cavaliers. I don't blame them. Look, except for another Chevy, Escort is the car traded in most often for a new Cavalier.
Right now, buy a Chevy Cavalier VL for about $149 a month at your Gold Star Chevy Geo dealer. Great mileage, so you'll save on gas each month, too.
I didn't know that. He didn't know, but now you do.
Salon Rio and Chevy. Salon Rio and Chevy.
And now, weekly news of the weird with your favorite anchor, Kendra Morris.
Salon Rio and Chevy.
Hello, welcome, welcome.
Now, weekly news of the
It
weird.
is. We're here with the news of the
Favorite
weird.
Anchor, Kendra Morris.
And I'm your favorite anchor. I don't have my news music, so you get harp music, because that's pretty newsworthy too. All right. Welcome to the news of the weird, everybody, on here on Night Starter. I know, doesn't that make you want a Chevy Cavalier? I really like that ventriloquist dummy commercial. But I'm Kendra from the news, so I mean business. So I'm here to talk about the news of the weird tonight. So I have a lot of weird news, so let's get into this. In St. Louis, Missouri, as of January 9th, the Department of St. Louis Health and Animal Care confirmed that multiple monkeys have been spotted roaming a North St. Louis neighborhood near O'Fallon Park. At least 4 monkeys have been seen by residents on Redbud Avenue, although the total number of primates loose is still unknown. No one is sure where the monkeys came from, and this is an ongoing investigation. I thought that was interesting. My bassist is from St. Louis, so maybe he's heard about this. Also, in the news of the weird, and all my news is true, I do my research. You will always get facts and real news here on Nite Starter. So also on news of the weird, I'm missing one on my newses. That's what always happens. Okay, I guess it's a shorter news. Did I sit on it? Okay, well, I have to skip one story of news of the weird. Where is it? Okay, we're missing one story of news of the weird, but I could tell you this other news. This was a creepy one. In Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, this one I saw on the news. I didn't have to search for this one. This one came to me. I don't know what that says about me. So, on this happened just this last week in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Creepy but true. 34-year-old Jonathan Gerlache has been charged upwards of 300 crimes after investigators discovered hundreds of human skulls, long bones, feet, torsos, and other remains in his home. Did anybody hear this story? This guy's all over the news. And he's on my news now, too. So, Gerlache had been grave robbing Philadelphia's historic Mount Moriah Cemetery and possibly others nearby. And since early November, they have found 26 vaults and mausoleums that had been broken into. He was caught last week just outside the cemetery with a burlap sack and a crowbar. And when police opened it, they found the mummified remains of multiple skeletons. After a search of Gerlache's home and storage unit, they found over 100 sets of full or partial human skeleton remains. Gerlache admitted to the burglaries, and he right now is currently in jail, awaiting his hearing on January 20th. So let's see what's gonna happen. And his bail is set at $1 million. Sorry, Jonathan, it's not looking good for you. It also came to light that Jonathan Gerlache had been documenting his growing collection on social media and was involved in a human remains buy and sell group. And this is something I thought. So anyone who was here on the show last week, do you remember the news was about, I'm telling you, I don't this finds me. But last week on the news, we talked about the Harvard morgue manager who got in a bunch of trouble because he'd been selling body parts for like 5 years. Him and his wife had been taking body parts from the morgue and selling them on Facebook. So I wonder if Jonathan Gerlache and his bones and Cedric Lodge and his wife, I wonder if they all were like selling to each other and part of a dead body ring on Facebook. Just hear me out. That's the conspiracy. So with that, hey, look, my arms got cut off. Look, hey. With that is the news of the weird. I'll be back after this commercial break with a special treat. Oh, and I have to tell you guys something else. I have to play you also. We have a special guest coming on later on the show. So before that, I need to play you. I played you Daddy's Home, the teaser, last week. I'm going to play you the teaser again, and we're going to watch Daddy's Home tonight on the show. But I have a special guest who's going to be here, and we're going to talk about Daddy's Home. It's very important. I'm going to play the Daddy's Home trailer. We're going to go to a commercial break, and then I have a special treat. So... I'll see you after the break. Here on Night Starter.
Ever. Daddy's home.
Watch out!
And we're back. Told you I had a treat. Welcome back to Night Starter. I'm going to play a song for you, and then we'll have another commercial, because my commercials are very special. When the wind knocks on the pane and the breeze comes to today, someone told me I could be a little more fair. When it's cold outside and it's trying to get in, it's so hard to know where it all begins. And the books that I read and the pictures that I see from under the covers, never really know what I say. If I met you, I just pretend that we'd be lovers. Would you be mine if I called you all the time? Would you be mine if I called you all the time? When the sunlight hits the corner of a room just right, dust has a glow as it floats the window, and everything is alright. And the time and then I wait, and all the seconds take along just to pass you on the corner. Never really know what I say. If I met you, I just pretend we'd be lovers. I never know what I like to say, yeah.
'Cause you're in my mind sometimes, and I never know what I like to say, yeah. 'Cause you're in my mind. Would you be mine if I called you all the time? Would you be mine if I called you all the time? Would you be mine if I called you all the time? Would you be mine? Have I called too many times, called too many times, called too many times, yeah. Have I called too many times, called too many times, called too many times? Would you be mine if I called you all the time? Would you be mine if I called you all the time? Would you be mine if I called you, I called you, I called you? Would you be mine if I called you all the time? Have I called too many times, called too many times, called too many times, called too, have I called too many times, called too many times? We'll be right back after this message from a commercial.
Here's Milky, the marvelous milking cow. It's fun to milk her, gonna do it right now. She drinks the water when we pump her tail. She's raising her head, it's milking time now. Her pretend milk is a feeling the pail.
She drinks water and gets pretend milk.
Milky, the marvelous milking cow. Milky, the marvelous milking cow with pretend milk tablets. She's new from Kenner.
Next.
Roll the dice. Move around.
I win.
Who will you be? Who will you be? It's Kendra Morris.
Yay!
Can I play?
Many can play. Only one will win. It's a game. It's a record. It's next. Next.
Kendra Morris, next. Out September 19th. Pre-order now or request at your local record shop. Record player not included.
And we are back. Is it weird that I'm just all by myself right now? And this just makes me laugh that I'm doing this. Welcome back to Wednesday Night Night Starter. Cool. Oh, thank you. You liked my next video? It blends in with all the real commercials, right? And thank you. I see Ruby Dale, which is Henry and Susie Hirsch, Dirt and Dogs on Instagram. They were complimenting my guitar. I have to tell you. So that guitar was made by Rosewood God Guitars for me, and I've never had anything created for me like that, and it was the most beautiful thing that was created and given to me, and I love playing it. It has a, we worked on it together. I mean, I did not build it. Rosewood Gods built it, but we had a lot of calls talking about what my dream guitar would be, and I've played this 1970 Mustang for the last 20 years, and so we kind of use that as the inspiration because I have little hands. Something that was a small scale guitar, and it has a Bixby tremolo bar on it. It has it's just, yeah. So I was excited to play that tonight. So thank you again, Rosewood God Guitars, if you're watching. Thanks for channeling my dream guitar that I'm going to be bringing on tour. I'm announcing a tour tomorrow. So I'm working on some more tours, but I'll be hitting the road again soon, and who knows, maybe Night Starter will get to come with me. So back to our show of Night Starter. The next song on our Lost and Found list, wow, it's almost an hour. Guys, I gotta get better at my time management because I still have more stuff to go through. Anyways, it looks like this is an hour and a half show. Next song, tonight we're talking about, on the Lost and Found episode of Night Starter, Mr. Sixto Diaz Rodriguez, also known as Rodriguez. What a great story for him too. I'll just tell you, he was born in Detroit to Mexican immigrant parents that were working class, and his mom died when he was 3, and so his family joined an influx of Mexicans who came to Detroit for work in the industries there. And he grew up very poor, and it inspired a lot of his music is about growing up poor, and it's very politically charged, powerful music. We'll get more into a couple facts about him, but this song is Rodriguez with Crucify Your Mind, and I love this song. If you haven't checked out Rodriguez, do yourself a favor. Oh, this stuff is so good. He had 2 albums that came out in 1970 and 71.
Was it a huntsman or a player that made you pay the cost? Now assumes relaxed positions, prostitutes your loss. Were you tortured by your own thirst in those pleasures that you see? Made you Tom the Curious, makes you James the Weak. You claim you got somewhere to go in, something you call unique. But I've seen your self-pity showing as the tears roll down your cheeks. Soon you know I'll leave you, and I'll never look behind. 'Cause I was born for the purpose that crucifies your mind. So can't convince your mirror, as you've always done before. Giving substance to shadow, giving substance evermore. You claim you got so much to offer. You call up that you didn't whisper to him too.
Yeah, so this is Rodriguez. And basically, what a cool story. Check out his records. He has a few records out. groups. And I will just say this about him. There's a lot about him, but he put out 2 records on Sussex Records, and then they didn't do well, so he was dropped from the label, and then the label folded, and nothing really came of the records. However, unbeknownst to him, he just started like working. He got work in demolition and production in Detroit, and was like always building things, building houses. Again, like super poor, and he had no more label. And in the meantime, while he's working, his records were getting airplay in Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa, and he had no idea. And they started picking up, but like I said, Sussex Records crashed and burned, and there was no more label, so they had whatever copies that they had out there. And an Australian label picked up the reissue and started putting out the record in Australia. But again, Rodriguez didn't know this. So he was like growing overseas in South Africa and Australia, unknowing it. Eventually, I think in late 1979, someone from Australia, a promoter, approached him and brought him over there to do a tour, but then they like brought him back to Detroit, and then he was like, nobody else called, so he just went back to work, like building and demolition, and was just like struggling, and he gave up completely on music. He actually got into some politics, and was always like trying to help the working class families in Detroit. He was really, he even ran for a couple community positions. But anyways, it wasn't until 1991 that his albums were released on CD in South Africa. And still, everyone thought he killed himself. Nobody knew this guy existed. And his records were getting bigger over there, but still nobody. And his daughter, this is another thing. What's up with these daughters? His daughter stumbled on a website, a South African website, a fan site dedicated to Rodriguez. And she was like, that's my dad, and he's building houses. And so she told her dad about his fame, and he let them know, like, hey, I exist, I'm alive, I'm here. And he started touring again. And it was like the floodgates opened. Nas ended up sampling him on the album Stillmatic. He ended up also, Light in the Attic Records came along. These indie labels are so important to music. So when I talk about like Numero Group, Ubiquity, Light in the Attic Records, Daptone, they're so important because these labels are run by people that love music. And so that's why, anyways, that's a whole other thing. Anyways, he blew up in major ways once Light in the Attic signed him. He started touring all over. A movie was made about him that premiered at Sundance. And he continued to tour the world until 2021 when his health started failing, and then he passed away in 2023. Fun little fact about Rodriguez, I did the math, and around 2009, a friend invited me to a show at Bowery Ballroom, and it was Rodriguez, and the place was like 2/3 full. I think this was like right around when he started to find success in the US. I did the math, it was probably 2009. I was at Bowery Ballroom, Rodriguez played. I went with my friend Mark Lesser, who was a record collector, and he had told me about him. And Rodriguez took his shirt off on stage. It was awesome. He was like sweating up there, poured his drink on himself from what I remember. And I remember him being on stage, and he was so grateful. He was like, I was just doing construction, and my daughter told me that I have fans and people listen to my music. And it was just like the most touching performance. And after the show, I don't drink anymore, but at the time I drank. And after the show, I went up to him and I bought him a shot of tequila, and me and Rodriguez did a shot of tequila together at the Bowery Ballroom. So that's a fun fact. about Rodriguez. And yeah, if you aren't familiar with his music, check him out. This is the Lost and Found episode of Nite Starter. I have another movie trailer for you, and we're getting into some stuff tonight. So, this is another trailer for the movie that we're going to be watching next week. Right now. Enjoy.
Nobody likes a crybaby. Cry, baby, cry. Cuddle Puddle. Coming soon.
What are we doing out of the bottle? This is dangerous. A little kid might come along and think we were candy. That would be awful because we're medicine. He might even eat us. No, 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 no. This is serious. Serious. We could make you delirious. Delirious. Use it on the healthy fear of us. Fear of us. Too much of us is dangerous. No, no, no. Doctors tell the pharmacy. Pharmacy. Type the pills that you will need. You will need. And he knows the harm that we can be. We can be. If we're not taken carefully. Oh, we're not candy believers. Even though we look so fine and dandy. When you're sick, we come in handy. But we're not candy. No, no.
All right. Can anyone guess who this is on Lost and Found Nite Starter? Had to do Mr. Charles Bradley. What a story he had. I'll try to sing it. This world is going up in flames, and nobody's gonna take the blame. Don't tell me how to live my life when you never felt the pain. Oh, 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 oh. Come on, baby. Ooh, they don't hear me crying. They don't hear me shine. They don't hear me crying. So what am I gonna do? Yeah, yeah, baby. I can't turn my head away. Seeing all these things on the world is burning up in flames, and nobody wanna take the blame. Is it you? Oh, you, oh, you, on me. They don't hear me crying. They don't hear me shine. So stop all that lying. Ooh, you're killing me. Oh, come on, baby, get it right. Got a little better, a better road. Gotta make it right. That was Charles Bradley with The World is Going Up in Flames. And it indeed really does feel like it's going up in flames right now. That's why I'm really happy to have Night Starter. Keep it light. Give us all a place to go and enjoy some music and discover some music and hang out with each other. So that was Charles Bradley, and he was a real gem of a find on Lost and Found Night Starter. And here are a few of my Charles Bradley facts. And then we have one song left, and also I have this special guest that I've been saving for you guys. So Charles Bradley, though, because I also have a fun story about him too, kind of like my Rodriguez story. So Charles Bradley was born in Gainesville, Florida, and he was raised by his grandma and moved to Brooklyn when he was around 8. In 1962, Charles Bradley saw James Brown perform at the Apollo, and it blew his mind and set him on a trajectory of being like, that's what I want to do. So he ended up running away from home at 14, and he was living on the subways here in New York, the streets, and eventually he moved to Maine and became a chef for about 10 years. And then he got over that. He decided that being a chef in Maine wasn't the life for him, so he ended up hitchhiking cross country and doing all kinds of odd jobs, including performing and doing James Brown impersonations. In the 1990s, Charles Bradley's mom came back into his life and asked him to return to Brooklyn so she could get to know him, and he did. And while he was back in New York, he ended up moonlighting as a James Brown impersonator at local clubs around New York under the name Black Velvet. And while he was performing as Black Velvet, Charles Bradley was discovered by Gabe Roth, the co-founder of Dubtone Records, and Gabe Roth then introduced him to Tommy Brennick, who has a band still called the Menaheim Street Performers. The Menaheim, I can't say anything right. Anyways, Tommy Brennick invited him to a band rehearsal, and there on the spot, Charles Bradley started just writing melodies and lyrics, and the rest is pretty much history. They signed him to Dubtone, and he put out his album No Time for Dreaming in 2011, which did great. It exploded. There was a documentary in 2012 that came out about him. He did 2 more records with Dubtone, one being all of the Black Velvet music that was reissued on Dubtone's Dunham Records. Charles toured a ton, and all the way until he passed away in 2017 from cancer. But yeah, Charles Bradley. Here's my fun extra facts of Charles Bradley. So I've had tons of odd jobs. I've always done music, but had all these odd jobs. One of my odd jobs, I've told you guys I think about this. I used to work for Electro Harmonics, demoing guitar pedals at trade shows. Except I didn't do the guitar pedals. They came out with a voice like vocoder thing. And so Mike Matthews from Electro Harmonics would send me to NAMM conventions into Germany. Anyways, he had a big party. He had a big house in Montauk, and he would have this summer party. And I was invited one year, and I go to Mike Matthews' summer party, and they said they had a James Brown impersonator. And I remember the James Brown impersonator, Black Velvet, was amazing. Fast forward, this was like 2007. So this was a long time ago. And then fast forward, I see Charles Bradley, and I start reading about him and hearing that he was a James Brown impersonator. And sure enough, he was the James Brown impersonator that I saw at the party in Montauk. I don't know why I had to tell you the whole thing of like, and then I worked for Mike Matthews, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, that was so cool. And then another thing was when I was touring in France in 2014, I got the chance to open up for Charles Bradley at Le Trianon in Paris. And he was known as the Screaming Eagle, and he wore this white onesie jumper bejeweled with an eagle on the back, and he'd spread his arms, and it was just such a memorable night. That was the first night of my first tour with my band at the time in all around Europe. And yeah, I got the chance to briefly meet him, and just I feel like I just got the quick chance to tell him I loved him. It's all foggy, but that was a great memory. So, Charles Bradley, I have one more special, really special singer to introduce you to tonight. But first, I have my special guest. In order to get to my special guest, though, I showed you a trailer at the beginning of the night for Daddy's Home. It's a cult horror movie. I'm gonna play you the movie right now, and then I'm so excited to tell you that we have a special guest from the movie that will be joining on us. So, here on Nite Starter, I'm reading all your comments right now too. Thanks again, you guys. This is so great. And thank you, Chief G-Man, for subbing. The sub gifts. Thank you, guys. Got a couple more songs. I'm having so much fun seeing everybody here on Nite Starter. All right, here is Daddy's Home. Oh wait, first I gotta show you. This is the Daddy's Home poster. This is about what you're about to see. Don't be scared. That was supposed to be a scream. That was Daddy's Home. Hope that didn't scare you guys too much. So that's the hit movie Daddy's Home. It's a cult favorite in places unheard of. And I'm so happy to reintroduce you to this film, this great, great film. But here with us tonight, hold on. I'm just so excited. So you just saw the film for yourself, and now I'm excited to welcome you, the star of the cult horror film, Daddy's Home, to our show tonight. He's actually on set filming the sequel to Daddy's Home, again, in Toronto, so he'll be joining us via satellite. Everybody, please, would you welcome Daddy Doll, the Daddy Doll, to the stage. Here's my clapper. Daddy Doll?
Hey, great to be here.
Thanks. How?
Oh, it's nice and cozy. Yeah, it's good to be inside.
How's your newfound adjustment to fame since the movie became such a huge hit to cult audiences around the world?
Can't even walk down the street nowadays without somebody saying, "Hey, daddy, daddy, daddy."
Jeez, I didn't know it could affect you in such a negative way. I'm really sorry to hear about your recent experiences, Daddy Doll.
Man. And what's up with all these people asking me about, tell me a dad joke? Like, it's nothing about dads that are funny. And don't even get me started about dad bod. What the hell is that all about?
Well, actually, dad bod is a thing. It's gravity happens to things get
You
lower.
seen this? I got the different type of six pack that most dads do. Know what I'm saying?
Daddy Doll, you're making us all blush out here.
Yeah.
Okay, final flash round of questions. Do you plan on staying in the horror movie film franchise?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay. Do you use the same bathroom as everyone on set?
Nope.
Is it true your right leg got chewed by a dog?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and last question. Is it true that you have a plastic mound for a...
No comment.
All right, well, thank you, Daddy Doll. That's all the time we have together for you on Night Starter. But thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. You can watch Daddy Doll on Daddy's Home wherever it occasionally plays, which is actually only here on Night Starter. So if you ever want to see Daddy's Home again, you just have to come back to Night Starter. So thanks again, Daddy Doll, for being here. That's bringing us to the end of our night. I have one more song for you. This also is the Night Night song, and I'm going to tell you the facts about this really special singer before I do it. This was somebody I had never heard of until I did the research for tonight's episode. And I'm so glad that I heard of him because I'm a huge fan now of the music that he put out and his voice. So here's my story for you. So this last person that I want to talk about is a guy by the name of Little Jimmy Scott. He was an American jazz vocalist who came to be known for his unusual and beautiful high contralto voice. So Little Jimmy Scott was born in, it's not Ohio. What's up with all this good music from Ohio? I mean, I know what's up with that. He was born in Cleveland, Ohio, and he was orphaned at the age of 13 because his mom had died of a drunk driver. He got the name Little Jimmy Scott because he was short and tiny, and his unusual singing voice was due to Kallman syndrome, which is a rare genetic disorder that limited his height to 4'11", and it kept him and his voice from achieving full puberty. So his voice stayed high his life. He rose to prominence in the, thank you, Dylan. He rose to prominence in the 1950s with the Lionel Hampton Band singing Everybody's Somebody's Fool, but he never got any credit for that song. He was dating one of Ray Charles' singers, and so she then introduced Little Jimmy to Ray Charles, who signed him to his label Tangerine. But again, like, the record was withdrawn because he had another contract he was tied up in, and it was a whole dispute, and nothing happened with any of the records. So after this is where, So after this, by the mid-1960s, Little Jimmy Scott gave up. He quit music, and his career floundered, and he ended up getting work in Cleveland as a hospital orderly, a shipping clerk, and an elevator operator. He is no longer doing any music. All through the 60s, all through the 70s, no Jimmy Scott. There Records, nothing. And then in 1989, the manager, Alan Eicher, reached out to him and asked him to join a late night bill with Johnny Ray at New York's Ballroom. At the same time, because he still had some of his friends in music, and this guy, Doc Pomus, who was a songwriter, passed away, and he was asked to sing at his funeral. So Jimmy Scott sang at this funeral, and Seymour Stein happened to be there and signed him to Sire Records. Seymour Stein also happened to discover Madonna. So it was because of this signing that Jimmy Scott's career started to pick up again. He wound up performing, if you've seen Twin Peaks, and in I think it's Fire Walk With Me, in that dream sequence, he sings the song Sycamore Trees. He's the guy that's singing in that crazy dream sequence with like the guy walking backwards and stuff. So between the Twin Peaks episode and then him signing to Sire Records, he ended up receiving a Grammy nomination for his album All the Way. He ended up singing background vocals on a Lou Reed record on the song Power and Glory, and he started to chart in Japan. So this is all like, he's in his 80s at this point. And Jimmy Scott found continued success with jazz albums and his reissues up until the ripe age of 89 when he died in 2014. And I have to say, when the show is over tonight, or maybe I'll try to play it on the show, you can hear the audio. You have to listen to his voice. The song I'm about to do, go listen to Jimmy Scott do it. I can't do it justice, but like, even the way, whatever microphone it was recorded in, I started crying when I heard this song. And I hope more people find out about him. Like, this song needs to be heard everywhere. It's powerful. So the song I'm gonna end Night Starter with, thank you. And I just want to say before I end the show with this last song, I'm so happy to share this with you guys and do Night Starter on Wednesday nights. It's been fun. I've been watching the streams grow. And I love that we have a community here. My friends on Twitch and my friends on YouTube, because I got 2 streams going at once. And I'm on Instagram. DM me ideas for themes, because I really love having themes, and I love learning about music and teaching about music. I think with the insanity going on right now, like, this is what we need, is just community and hang out and listen to music and just, man, love each other. Like, when times are rough, there's no such thing as being corny. Corny is what's gonna save our lives right now and save our minds. So that's what Night Starter is for. The corniest place on earth, Wednesday nights. I'll have to show you one more thing before the last song. There's Daddy! And also, I made a new weenie. He's gonna be having a movie soon. You guys get to meet him here first. I want you to meet my hairy weenie. He has a toupee and a thong. So you'll be hearing more from Harry Weenie on future episodes of Night Starter. So with that, this is Little Jimmy Scott and the song When Did You Leave Heaven? And I'll see you guys next week. I'll leave the chat going on for a little bit after. And I always put these streams up on YouTube, but it takes like a day for it to process, so it'll come up at some point. And I still have to do my contest. I didn't forget, I just ran out of a couple ideas. So anyways, this is Jimmy Scott again. I'm gonna attempt this song. We'll see.
are so divine. When did you leave heaven? Angel mine.
Song, I love this song. Thanks again, West Coast. I'm working on it this year.
When did you leave heaven? Angel
That was Little Jimmy Scott with When Did You Leave Heaven? Oh, thanks. You gotta look up this song. So happy to be here with you guys on Night Starter. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, human being. Thank you for donating. You don't ever have to do that. I appreciate it. But I'm here Wednesday nights to hang out with you. I see Dirt and Dogs, which is now Rubidale. Human Being, Esrom. Thanks again. Brandon Essert's here. What's up? This was a great night. Before I go, I'm going to play you this song because you can hear it through here. Let's just listen to it. I'm going to turn it up, and then we should watch the Durando commercial. This is Night Starter. Happy Night Starter. That was the last song, so the show is officially over. I'll end it with the new theme song opener, and then I'm going to play the Jimmy Scott song. If you missed my new theme opener, I'm happy to show you it right now. I made this week. That's my new theme song. Okay, this is Jimmy Scott and him singing When Did You Leave Heaven? Just listen to this guy's voice.
When did you leave heaven? Why did they let you go? How's everything in heaven? I'd like to know. Why did you trade heaven for these earthly things? Where did you leave your halo? Where did you lose
So
your
good, right?
If I kissed you, would it be a sin? Will they miss you? Can you get When did you leave heaven? Angel,
Yeah, that was so crazy good. All right. I'm going to end tonight with the Durando video one more time. Actually, I'll end the video with I can't leave. I just can't leave. I'm going to leave the stream going. I'm going to do the Durando video, and one more time for anybody that missed it. That amazing workplace accidents video. And I'll see you guys next week on Night Starter. And the week after, I'm gonna be in Florida with my family. I'm gonna try to do the show in Florida. Watch out, Mom and Dad, you're gonna have to do the show with me. I'm gonna see if there's a way to do a version of the show there and bring all my stuff. Because I really want to remain consistent. If it's not gonna work out, I'll just change the night to a different night because I do fly in on that night. But we will be here tomorrow night. Not tomorrow night. Ugh, I won't be here tomorrow night. Next Wednesday night, same time, 9 p.m. on Night Starter. Thanks again, you guys. Slapping less. Yeah, I probably will be playing dominoes, Brandon. I love dominoes. Here's that Durando's Cable Access TV show. If you missed the early part of the show, theme was Lost and Found. We went through Durando. We did Donnie and Joe Emerson with Baby. We did Penny in the Quarters with You and Me. We did Sixto Rodriguez. We did Little Jimmy Scott, and we did Charles Bradley. You know who I missed tonight because I recently sang her was Little Ann. That's another one that should have been on this list. We'll just have to do part 2. Here's Durando from his cable access show, Durando's Penthouse.
Toast, everybody. Oh, greetings, my friends. We're toasting just being here, enjoying life, as you should be doing at the Penthouse. Sit back and relax as these two lovely, beautiful, charming young ladies are doing with Durando. Don't you wish you was here with me? I know you done worked hard all day long, fellas. I have pity on you. But what can I say? What can I do? I'm just a charming fella. I'm class and debonair. But I'm here with these two lovely, charming, beautiful young ladies. But you know, we have some dynamite videos for you. And I'm going to bring to you Anna Ross at her best because we love her in her darling dress. You know, the ones with all the diamonds and pearls in it, because that's what I stand for, because you know my name is D, Dynamite D, Durando. That is French caviar, champagne, I love it, I love it. Come to where there is excitement. Come to where there is enchantment. Come with Durando. A toast.
car yet. We're lost in this stuff.
Someone real
I'm lost in my computer. All right, everybody. What was the other video I was going to show? Maybe that's it. Oh, yeah. I'm going to play you guys the very last commercial with this. And then anyone left here, I'll do one night. Official night song, because I just can't go.
Watch out!
Takes a second to be safe. All right, this is really it for me. I'm gonna do this one last. This is like the one last song I'm sneaking in. That's because, hey, why not? I don't know if Ratstuko's still on here. Ratstuko's still on here. Okay, Ratstuko, you asked for one more. I'm gonna do one more because I was actually singing this one after the show to myself last week. So here it is. It is. It's Final Destination should have been on a $14 budget. I sang this recently, but I'm gonna do it again because the show's over. It's the after party. It's not easy like Sunday morning, but doesn't it sound like that?
The things you wanted. get you one kind. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses couldn't drag me away. I know I've dreamed of a sin in the light. I had my freedom, but I don't have much time, and faith has been broken. Tears have been cried. Baby, let's do some living before we die. Wow, 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 says couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses couldn't drag me away. And wild, wild horses will ride them someday. Cause I'm easy, easy like Sunday morning. Easy like Sunday morning. All right. Happy Night Starter, everybody. See you next Wednesday, 9 p.m. And have a great week, whatever you get into. I hear Jerry's doing whatever he's doing right now. Thanks again. You know, maybe one week, Shram, we'll sing the phone book. That will be a fun night. That will be a fun theme. Look for the clues. All right, you guys, I'm signing out. Have a wonderful night, and see you next week. Bye-bye. And thank